Hey Gemini, welcome to your weekly reading. If this is your first time here, my name is Laura and I'm from babycurltarot.com. Keep in mind this reading is for any Gemini placement you want to check in on, including any planet or astrological house that is in Gemini. Whatever it is, you are welcome here. Keep in mind, Geminis, also, if you do happen to see this message after the last week, first transition week of September 2022, it's okay. It just means you were meant to hear the message at a later time. Spiritual team, what is the overall energy for the next 7 days for my Geminis? What is the overall energy for the next 7 days for my Geminis? Let's see. Okay. All right, we have the banana duality. I don't know why I said banana like that, but it sounded good at the time. All right, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the P, communication. Interesting. Duality can mean so many things, literally, because it is duality. You can be more than one thing. You can be, I don't know, you can be an artist and a corporate CEO all at the same time. You can have masculine, feminine energies at the same time. It's two parts of yourselves that you connect with, accept, and openly share with people. It's a complexity of being a human being and not being afraid to show that. And I love that. So this may be something that you're sharing with someone this week, or maybe an opportunity to kind of help open someone's eyes that you are able to be more than just one thing, check more than one box, okay, in life. Very interesting. Let's get into it and see what comes up here. All right, spiritual team, what message do you have for my Geminis for the next 7 days? What message do you have for my Geminis for the next 7 days? Okay. Oh, Ace of Cups, the Hanged Man, excuse me, Two of Swords, the Moon card, and at the bottom of the deck, the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Interesting. Okay. All right, let's get into the bottom of the deck here. Eight of Pentacles reversed, Four of Pentacles reversed, the Emperor, and the Hierophant. Very interesting. You could have a mentor of some sort coming into your life. Very interesting. Could be an Aries or a Taurus. Doesn't have to be. Yeah, this could be. I feel like the Emperor and the Hierophant could represent one person. They don't necessarily have to represent two people. But with the duality here, yeah, this could be two sides of the same person. Okay. This could also be two sides of yourself, like we were talking about. Okay. So the Emperor is someone who is kind of like the ideal masculine energy, right? This is someone who's assertive, goes after what they want. Everything has a structure to it. Everything is organized. There's a plan, a strategy. Okay, we take no prisoners type of thing, right? This is the ultimate authority figure. I would say father figure, but I'm trying to keep it gender neutral as much as possible. So not necessarily father figure, but definitely someone who is a leader. Like this would be the CEO of the company, right? And then we have the Hierophant here. This is more of a mentorship role, a teacher, a guide, whether that's in spirituality, higher education, morals, ethics. This is someone who has a little bit more of a gentle touch. They're the teachers, right? So you see this gentleman sitting here with two children. Maybe he's teaching them philosophy or physics, okay? This is someone who has a really great mind and someone who is open to different types of ideas. He's not exactly forceful with his lessons and his teachings, which is so interesting to see these two here right next to each other. It feels like either, again, this is an aspect of yourself. These are two aspects of yourselves. You're someone who is not afraid to go after what they want, to go to battle, to go to war, whether that's in business or sports or competitions of some kind. There's an aspect of you that is very, very, very assertive. And then there is also a side of you that is very gentle and almost like a teacher. I don't know if you guys do mentorship programs. Oh, that's an interesting combination. So I just heard, you know, if you ever see like pro athletes and they go back into the communities that they came from, like their hometowns, and they, you know, start, what's it called? They start programs for like the youth, like mentorship programs, big brother, big sister type programs. It feels like that kind of duality. It's like you have on the one hand someone who's extremely fierce and competitive, and I don't want to say win at all costs, but definitely they love to win, right? They love to dominate. And then you have this person that also has some sort of wisdom to share at the same time. It's really beautiful. It's almost spiritual. Okay, so that combination of two sides is really wonderful. What's kind of throwing me off is the Four of Pentacles reversed and the Eight of Pentacles reversed. I don't know if you guys have been struggling to kind of manage this duality or know how to combine them and make them into the same person, being yourself. But the Eight of Pentacles in reverse is definitely telling me that you guys have been trying to work or create something. And it almost feels like you're kind of trying to choose which of these two, either the Hierophant or the Emperor aspect of yourself, you want to implement the most while doing this. And I think Spirit is saying you can't do it with just one. You have to do it with both of them. Does that make sense? Yes, it's okay to be assertive and the dominant force and the one that's going to take it all. But there's also lessons to be taught here and wisdom to be shared with others if you know how to recognize it, right? So I think part of the reason why you haven't been really progressing or feeling like you're doing the same things over and over and over again with no results is because you're not integrating both of these sides to you into what it is that you do. Okay. So maybe you're like a really successful business person, and you have like, I don't know, let's say you have a social media presence. You're showing everybody your successes, but you're not showing people how you got there. That's something that could be very, very valuable to people. Okay. People look up to you and they respect you and they like that you're very successful. But a lot of people also would like to know how can they be successful like you, whether it's in a different industry or vice versa. There may be general wisdoms and tactics that you can share with people that can really create some sort of beneficial wisdom or program even for others to succeed. The Four of Pentacles reversed, I'm still kind of hung up on. Okay, so the Four of Pentacles is you guys opening up a little bit more, learning that you do need to kind of, you need to share both sides, right? Okay, you need to share both sides. I'm not saying you have to share everything about yourself, but definitely understanding when a situation calls for the Emperor or the Hierophant, or a combination of both, right? So knowing when to kind of, you know, not show all of your cards, and then knowing when to kind of share the wisdom that you have with others, sharing some of those tactics, okay, so that you can help someone else. All right, that was a long intro, but let's go ahead and get into these cards right here. So what I'm seeing for a lot of you, kind of relating to what we talked about here at the bottom of the deck, I feel like there's an opportunity coming your way this week, or some sort of decision that you are trying to make about something you either want to do or something that has been offered to you this week. Could be related to more of like this Hierophant energy. It feels like there could be an opportunity for you to either be a mentor, a teacher, or to just taking a different role than you normally would take. Does that make sense, Geminis? So if you guys are usually more of like the boardroom business person who is used to closing the deals and getting things done, I think there's an opportunity that you kind of have a soft spot for that could be really, really great for you. And I think a lot of you are taking a minute to step back and kind of assess what it is that you want moving forward with your life, and kind of weigh the pros and cons of kind of the unknown of taking a little bit of a leap and doing something different. Because like I said, I get a lot of this strong Emperor energy, which is fire energy, right? And then we have the cups here, which is more emotive. It's a little bit softer, more feminine, typically we would associate it with. It's emotion-based, it's creative, potentially. It hits the heart more, hits the emotions more. The Emperor is not really a soft, gentle, emotive type of energy. So this is definitely something where you're kind of stepping into a new role. This is where, you know, being a teacher, being a little softer, being a little bit more connective to other people's emotions, or at least being attentive to other people's emotions is going to come in handy, right? So I feel like for a lot of you, you are kind of going back and forth or trying to figure out, you know, what it is that your future is heading towards. I feel like for a lot of you, there's kind of some unknowns here that scare you, excite you, you know, but give you serious pause. You're like, what am I leaving behind in my legacy? Yes, I've achieved a lot for myself, right? But ultimately, what am I leaving behind in this world? Is it wisdom? Is it assistance? Is it guidance? Is it care? So many things that you have to share with this world outside of just, you know, making ends meet, or having that great house, or having that amazing, beautiful, expensive car, or nice clothes, or, you know, making your company the top company or whatever in the industry. There's so much more to a legacy than just that. It's also knowing how you made people feel, right? How you left people that are to follow you, or how people that you came in contact with feel around you. So it's a really interesting reading, Geminis, because it does play on that idea of not only success and legacy in, you know, the individual, but also community. I'm feeling. I mean, take what resonates. If it's not for you, it's not for you, but this is a really, really beautiful reading in a really unique way. I don't think I've had a reading like this before. So with that, Geminis, I'm going to go ahead and move on and end the tarot section here. Let's go ahead and move on to the Oracle deck section. Keep in mind, Geminis, whatever messages come from this deck could be related to what we've been talking about, could be completely unrelated. It's just additional things you need to know for the next 7 days. All right, spiritual team, what final messages? Here we go. What final messages? I didn't even get to finish the sentence. Spiritual team, what final messages do you have for my Geminis? Here we go. Okay. We have the Rooster, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. Very interesting. Very interesting. I didn't pick up on this, so I don't know who that represents. This could be someone. Oh, excuse me. I've had the hiccups. I have things going on with my stomach. I haven't eaten breakfast yet. I do apologize. This Rooster could be someone that you're interacting with at this time. This could represent you. Just take what resonates, okay? It's not going to resonate for every Gemini the same way. But there's definitely an energy here that, I mean, it kind of is giving me Emperor energy a little bit because the Emperor is definitely confident, but the Emperor wasn't in the reverse, so I didn't really get, you know, arrogant and boastful from him, but just someone who's very confident in himself, and definitely someone who's assertive and, you know, not afraid to dominate and take charge of situations in order to win. So I don't know, this could be an aspect of yourself It could be an aspect of someone around you. Take what resonates. All right, we have the Shark. Take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. Very interesting. I did kind of get that with the Four of Pentacles reversed at the bottom of the deck as well. So some of you may need to watch your spending for the next week or so. Okay, be very careful what you invest in at this time, not just financially, but emotionally, spiritually, and physically as well. Okay. Yeah, I'm also kind of tying that in with the shift of like, do you continue the path you've been going, or do you make a shift and try and do something that's not just beneficial for you, but beneficial for others as well? An interesting take there. We also have the Bouquet, compliments from an admirer. Well, that's wonderful. I like that. Again, could be related, could be unrelated to what we've been talking about so far. Let's take a look at what's at the bottom of each of these piles. We have the Clouds, temporary problems. Okay. Yeah, definitely. I mean, again, has to kind of do with the lack of progress or feeling fulfilled from what it is that you do on a regular basis. The routine could have gotten stagnant for some of you guys. It feels like you're running on the hamster wheel and you're not really doing anything different or unique. Which kind of might have you in a funk or have you in this contemplative place of like, what am I really doing with my life, right? So that could be a problem for some of you. It could just be like an interesting existential question. Just take what resonates. Now at the bottom half of this pile, we have happiness. And ultimately, I feel like that is the question you guys are asking yourselves this week. What really is making me happy? Is it, you know, killing it in the boardroom, making all this money, or, you know, achieving all this success or fame or whatever the case may be? Or is it really spending time with, you know, other people in my community or my neighborhood, or mentoring people, like seeing other people succeed? Is that what makes me really happy? I think that is ultimately the question you guys are going back and forth with this week. What makes me happy? How can I continue to move forward with what it is I'm doing now? But maybe with a little bit of a twist. Okay, Geminis, that is what I'm seeing for you guys this week. Please leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed the reading. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this in the future. If you want to see more content from me, I am on Instagram, TikTok. I also have a blog. All that info on where to find me is down below in the description box, as is my website if you want to see, or if you want to schedule a personal reading with me. Sorry. As always, though, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.